welcome back to my channel. My name is Susan and this is Rooted Word. For those of you who don't know me, karibu sana, you are most welcome. So I had taken a few days off because I needed to vusa. Okay, let me just catch my breath. Yeah, I was doing something. So I needed to vusa. That word I think comes from Kung Fu Panda, which I loved, number one. Yes, if you've not watched Kung Fu Panda, please do watch it. I have not watched the other sequels, but number one and number two, but number one was the bomb. And I took time out because, as I said before, a lot of things had been happening, very many things. I pray that I'll get the time to talk about all those things. And I had like 3 to 4 things happening all at the same time. And it was really stressful. And I was needed in all the things. So trying to prioritize, trying to, be there 100% in all these things was not easy. But I'm happy to have taken the time out and now it's time to go back home. And I just wanted, this was something I used to do before a long time ago. And I just wanted to ask, do you guys take time? Do you take personal retreats? Do you go out by yourself somewhere nice? Be it a prayer center, be it a hotel, be it an Airbnb, be it a, retreat center. How do you review or take stock of what's going on currently or what you've been trying to do? Like now it's July. August, I'm just like, Tosha Mimi, because it's like the year just goes faster. And, we said maybe things in January, we said maybe things in March, now we've said things in June or July. Do you take stock? Do you reevaluate? Do you reset? What do you do? So I used to do that a lot. I used to do it twice a year. Every 6 months, I would take a retreat, depending, so most times 2 to 3 days. I sit with my pen, my Bible, and I just, I sit with my pen and my Bible and a book, my notebook, and my goals, if I had any or whatever I'd said I would want to do. And hopefully before I've gone on retreat, I've kind of done an evaluation so I know how far or how near or where I didn't even start, so that it doesn't take time into my retreat, because it takes time to re-evaluate, or to evaluate where you are so that you can re-evaluate to know, am I going forward with this particular goal or am I stopping it, pending it until next year or until the next 3 months, So normally that's what I do. I used to do that a lot. I didn't do it in the longest time until now. And I just think it's the best thing that one can do for oneself. Of course, investing in oneself is awesome, but I think taking time to get some refocusing and realignment with the Lord is very, very important. And so I'm just grateful to have been able to do that. I feel refreshed. I feel rested. I feel renewed. I feel refocused. I still have a few pending issues that I kind of have to look at, and those are short-term goals, like short-term goals, they're not long-term, and then there are those that are long-term. And remember, this is the season and this is the year. From this year, we are lacking no good thing. No good thing. We're not going to lack anything. And also in this refreshing and realignment and all, there are things that God can say, give up. There are people who God can say, your time and season with these people are over. Move on, because there are new people who are coming. And comfort zone is one of the things I was very good at leaving. But because of what has been my life, I have been stuck in a comfort zone. And then 2025 has been the year that honestly, it has shaken everything that I could have called a foundation. And God has had to remind me that He is my foundation. His word and Him, I'm supposed to be rooted in Christ Jesus. Rooted in His word, rooted in Christ. Not rooted on people, not rooted on things, or not rooted on goals, rooted on Him, so that when the shaking comes, I am okay. And one of the things about going away and just thinking. It's also looking at how have I been living, what have been the challenges, all the things. So I've been having a pattern that every time I'm starting to do, let me pick like, every time I start doing something positive for myself, something has to come to take my attention. A crisis of sorts. There's always a crisis. When I'm just finishing dealing with this other crisis, and then I'm like, let me do this now for me, yeah, not for somebody else. Something else happens. And that was one of the questions. I was like, this has been a pattern and I need to break it, I need the Lord's guidance in breaking it. And one of the things is, the only way in some of these instances to break that kind of thing is to go through it, which is just horrible, because I think I was also looking for a shortcut. I was looking for the Red Sea to be parted. No, you're going to swim, my dear darling. So, yes, sometimes I'm looking for the Red Sea to be opened, and that's not the point. Yeah, you are going to have to walk through it or go through it and come out like gold on the other side. So that refining process has not been very easy, but it has been very necessary. Yeah, I have had to deal with a lot of personal issues, and they have made me sad for some of them, but glad that now I know, so that, once you know something, you're able to equip yourself on how to deal. And sometimes disconnection doesn't mean you don't like somebody, doesn't mean you don't love somebody, but they have become a leech. They're sucking. They're a parasite. They're not giving, they're just taking. Why? Because you let them. One of the things I found out also on this time out, I'm not a people pleaser per se, but I like to maintain the peace. And because people know that, they take advantage of me. So being a little bit more, setting more boundaries, better boundaries, and a no is a no, and that's it. A no doesn't need an explanation, especially if it's from, if you're taking from me. I can just say no, go deal with yourself now, So learning and unlearning and relearning has been a good thing that I've gone through, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity. I'm very, very grateful. So now it's time to go back and put into action what I have learned. So if you've never taken a retreat, I would suggest take a personal retreat. For husbands and wives, I think it's good to take a couple retreat and set your goals together. And because if you set the goals as husband and wives, and then you each know what your goals are, and then you can take a day off or a weekend off as yourself to review before you come back together as a family to do what? To put in your feedback on the things. So then when you're taking your couple retreat, you've already individually sorted out yourself, so that when you're coming back, you're now saying, okay, personally on my front, this, that. And, that helps you guys as a couple. And for us who are single, yeah, it is easy to deal with yourself, and God will really deal with you very well. Yeah, because you are his to himself in that manner. So I hope you guys take time out, and before the end of the year, obviously, because I think the next one I'm going to do one more, and then I'll do the end year, because I really want to be intentional about what happens between now and July. I am trying to be so intentional about what I'm doing and what I'm not doing in 2025, and then following through, yeah, and reviewing it and throwing away things that don't serve, and putting things that do, and becoming disciplined. There was some time ago, I was talking about, oh Lord, give me discipline. I meant it, because you guys, without discipline, you're not gonna be successful. Without sacrifice, you need to sacrifice. Traveling out or going on a retreat is not for free. There are costs involved. So there are things that you just have to be like, yeah, that's why I said we will lack no good thing in 2025. So anywho, I hope this inspires you. If you've not gone on a retreat, a personal retreat, please do. And I'm sure the Lord will speak as he has spoken to me, and I'm so grateful. I need to keep a positive attitude, that when I get back home, the time I've had here and all the things that I've been able to do, I really want to take them home back with me, and implement them there, so that it's not lost on me what I learned. Yeah, so I thought I'll just come and share that. And so if you see the background different, it's only because I've gone back home. Sawa sawa. So like, share, and subscribe. Remember, please comment. Have you gone on couple retreats? Are you doing single retreats for yourself with the Lord? How do you refresh? How do you renew? How do you refocus? How do you realign? What do you do to get yourself back on track for the rest of the year of 2025? Please share in the comment section. Please share in the comment section. Until next time, I want to say thank you and